We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. Now, here's George. Count it.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Morant against Zubats. Outside for Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Clippers. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team.
Here's Leonard. Morris outside to the inside. Here's Zubats. Adams gets a hand on it.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Jackson misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's George. Pass to Zubats. And the layup is good.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy. Yeah, easy call.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
And what really distinguishes Jackson is the soft touch of the shot. Most young bigs are still developing that.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to Zubats. He doesn't hit that one. Adams, some nice D. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. And they recover it. Bain against George. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautiful. On the wing, Jackson. Back to George. Jackson in the corner. Kicks it to George. 5 to shoot. Back to Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Adams finds Brooks. George against Bain. Jackson passes to Bain. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Morant. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He told me we have to play really good interior defense. We know they want to get to the rim. We know that's the game plan. So we've got some tactics to keep them from doing so. Guys, we will see what they came up with in the lab.
Thank you, David. Now, Bain. Paul George missing from long range. Adams. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's Jackson. Good.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Morant. He's... Oh, wow! That is powerful.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Stolen by Jackson. To the paint. It's stolen by Adams. Brooks dishes to Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Back to Jackson. Morris against Morant. Here's Zubats. The shot missing. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Passes it to Bing. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Morant outside. Dishes to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Morant passes to Bing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And that one's good. Leonard.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Morant kicks to Bane. It's all time here in Los Angeles. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem form, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. A 3 ball. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant with it. Guarded now by Jackson. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Here's the pass to George. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Bane passes to Jackson. It's Brooks on the wing. Takes a 3. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Morris outside. Pass to George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one's on Morant.
The length and quickness of George is so difficult to guard against. That really compromises the defense, forcing them to foul.
Richard, so much of today's NBA defense is about covering the pick and roll. As a player, is that something you enjoy, taking on that challenge of covering the screen roll game?
You only enjoy that challenge because you are a competitor and you want to win. Is it something that I'm doing on my own? Is it something that I'm doing in my spare time? Probably not. I can think of more fun things to do.
Exactly. It is not, and there are so many variations, right, of the screen roll that you can defend it as many ways as you can run it.
And these players are so talented that they can stop and pop from 3. You have to guard them at the half-court line. Before, you could guard them at the 3-point line. Now you got to meet them at half-court, and there's screens all over the place. It's miserable.
Jackson kicks to Morris. They grab their own miss. Here's Zubac, and that one drops. Zubac has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Bane passes to Adams. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And a little contact like that won't slow Adams down. This is a guy who loves the contact and able to finish easily on that one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Well, if you poll players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
Outside for Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Spins. Out to Brooks. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And for Adams, his strength makes it difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens in the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large human.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside, George. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jackson with it. Leonard picks him up. Leonard with the steal. Rob. Bain passes to Adams. Left side, George. Back to Jackson. Morris finds Jackson. Shoots. Outside for George. Here's Zubac. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
I like Morant's workman-like approach on D. He finds good matchups and makes an impact.
The drive by Brooks. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Here's Morant. He has 6. Bain kicks to Morant. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for John Morant.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
On the wing, George. Los Angeles with another miss. Brooks outside. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle under. All right, David, thank you.
16, the Grizzlies, 14.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. We've got Green, and it's Aldama in at the 4. Pass to Conshaw. Out to the right wing. Aldama passes to Conshaw. Just 5 on the clock. For the tie. The shot that time, not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's Powell with the drive.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Jones looking for an opening. Out left to the wing. Passes it to Tillman. Here's Conchar, guarded by Powell. Here's Green, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Clippers leading by 4. And Wall kicks to Powell. The pass to Mann. Back to Powell. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Powell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Ball against Jones. Inside. Tillman passes to Green. Here's Tillman. It's rebounded by John Wall. And Los Angeles guys shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. It's Powell with the drive. Takes it out to Covington. And Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are insane.
The Clippers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And Covington, no good on that one. Richard, you grew up in Arizona. What do you think of the Suns right now and what they've done the last 2 seasons?
Oh, how much time do you got? All my friends back home are just loving Chris Paul. He has helped change the culture with Monty Williams. Great job by the front office. They have put in so much young talent, and they have coached them up. They are a complete team. And like I said, how much time you got? We could do this all day.
We could indeed. Change here. Here's Los Angeles now. They've got an 8-0 run. Ball against Jones. Powell dishes to Covington. Right wing. Here's Mann. Misses the three. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Covington with the steal. Mann passes to Batum. From deep, Wall. Pass to Mann. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clark inside. And slam dunk by Clark.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Going to high school in the L.A. area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out.
It's blocked.
And on defense, Batum uses that wingspan well, creates solid coverage.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejection. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and able to knock it away.
Oh, here's Mann. And they'll get another chance. Goes up again. Here's Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Yeah, 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Clark goes screen on Wall. Jones kicks to Green. Jones against Wall. 6 to shoot. It's good, and the Clipper leaders get down to 8 on the bucket from Green.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Clark. 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. Yep, that one goes in there.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Covington finds Wall. It's Powell on the wing. Now, here's Batum. So the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Man can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Williams dishes to Jones. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
Williams with the steal. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers lead by 3. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Little pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's Man in at the 3, the small forward. The rebound by Steven Adams. Got a piece of it. Down low, it's stolen by Morris. Zubac in the post. Brooks covering. Leonard with no one around. Off target from outside. And so it's Payne who brings up the ball for Memphis. It's a 3-point game. Morant surveying the D. Adams, the pass to Morant. Crosses over, and it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Grizzlies. And George kicks to Morris. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Jackson passes to Leonard. Outside for Jackson. On the wing, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. Payne, no good. Clippers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Morris finds George. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Morant passes to Adams. Back to Morant. Outside, Payne. Pass to Morant. Over Jackson. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Morant.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
George. Up and in on the way home. George has got 4 points this quarter.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Payne kicks to Morant. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Get this man the ball, and he will make something happen. Morant rises to the occasion, man.
Outside Jackson, and there's the pass to George. And here is Zubac. Looking to get back on track here. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Jackson misses. Memphis trailing here. Here's Payne. Rips it over with a terrific move.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the finish.
But just no way for the D to handle it. George looking around. Over in the corner, Zubac. Morris outside. Outside for George. To the paint. It's tipped. Zubac's no good. For Memphis, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Jackson passes to Bain. Morant's against Leonard. Morant's with the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Morant having that it factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
Outside, George. Morris with the screen for George. Oh, what a huge pass that could tie the game.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy lives for these moments.
Pass to Brooks. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Brooks. George against Bain. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Adams. It's hauled in by Zubac. Crucial possession with time ticking down.
He had opportunity.
Oh, my goodness.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. After now review the personal foul in question.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting the previous play is a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
You know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands. It was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels it's putting the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Tight game. That's exactly what he wanted at the line.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 1. 8 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Oh, smart dish there by Brooks to a wide open man, getting him the assist and his team some needed points.
Stolen by Jackson. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. This win sets a tremendous emotion.
Allie, take it away.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, can't wait to experience it firsthand, Allie. Thank you. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. Jackson gets the bucket.
The developing field, Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team. And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And stolen by Gobert. Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. The 3 is up. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding, just getting after it. Great activity.
Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Russell against Jackson. Another shot. Pass to Towns. Launches a 3. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Leonard outside. Zubats finds Morris. Back to Zubats. And there's another one for the Clippers.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Jackson against Russell. Outside McDaniels. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Towns. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back. And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Russell against Jackson. And it's Russell, that time on the assist by Towns.
Yeah, aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop.
George passes to Jackson. Leonard outside. Down low. Well, Spydi, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Jackson against Russell. Oh, Morris with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. Misses off the left iron. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Edwards. George passes to Jackson. Nice move. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Russell. Another miss by Minnesota.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Morris passes to Jackson. And here's Zubats. For 3, George. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor. They haven't held the lead for a while.
And, B.A., that's why this possession is so big for them. It could be the turning point of the game.
And the shot goes down.
Well, Russell is a threat from anywhere on the floor. So if he gets his mid-range look, he's going to take it.
Morris passes to Leonard. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Back to Morris. Kicks it out to Jackson. From downtown. Rebound Minnesota. Now here's Russell. He has 6. Outside Edwards. The 3 ball. He buries it from 3. Russell's got 9.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Morris down low. Pass to Leonard. There's the triple. That shot off. And so it's D'Angelo Russell making things happen for the Timberwolves. Hunting for opportunity. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the 1. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. And the basket by Towns. And anytime a player is asked about pressure, they'll say, I don't feel it. Smitty, I don't believe it.
No, you shouldn't be. I think what they're doing is, obviously, you don't want to show weakness. And it's about different players, how they manage it. And I think some players do a better job than others.
Up top, Jackson. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Russell against Jackson. Shot from the top of the key. The shot by Russell, no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
It's blocked by Gobert.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
And Edwards slams it in.
Wow. Pretty much an unbelievable slam there, B.A.
And you got that right. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. 3-pointer. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
It's Edwards on the wing. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed. And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Here's Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Jackson outside. Morris passes to George. From behind the arc. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Jackson, right side. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Leonard outside. Kicks it to George. Shot clock at 6. Over Edwards. And Gobert with a block. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
McDaniels passes to Russell. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Edwards. Lets it go from deep. That shot's good. Russell making the play. And now an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Zubac passes to Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Let's go with a three. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Trying to get his man back for the last three. It helps to not make this personal.
Edwards off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. On the attack, Morris. Leonard finds Zubac. Here's George. Ooh, it's stolen away. Towns against Leonard. Russell with the ball. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
Jackson, pass to Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's McDaniels. Leonard defending. Jackson, the pass to Morris. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. To the inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break up 12. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. All right. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You got to like what we're seeing from D'Angelo Russell.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Naz Reid out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Taurean Prince. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Noel in at the 2. Inside, Batum. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Showing the versatility. Nicholas Batum attacking in the lane and challenging that defense.
Pass to Noel. The Clippers grab the miss. Outside wall. From deep. Reid with the rebound.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Not explosive at all. Kyle Anderson is crafty. Nice play to draw the foul.
That one's off.
Kyle Anderson at the line for 2.
Good on the second one. Here's Wall. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Powell passes to Batum. Stripped away. 90 seconds into the second half now. Pass to Noel. From downtown, drops in the 3. Prince has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Prince has gotten better at creating his own shot, but the catch and shoot game is still his specialty.
Here's the floater. Anderson pulls it down. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Pass to McLaughlin. Back to Prince. Right wing. Outside, Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Anderson. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
You see Anderson each year becoming a little more consistent from distance.
Out to Powell. Outside wall. The steal. Pass to Prince. Powell with a steal. Wall for three. And the foul called on Nick Batum. That's his first foul.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
Beautiful to the eyes. That's good fundamental basketball. You love to see that playing the right way.
Back to Anderson. Here's Noel. Pass to McLaughlin. The three is up. Not going to go that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. Covington with it. Guarded now by Anderson. The kick out to Wall. Will it go? Anderson pulls it down. Minnesota has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. To the inside. Prince. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter, Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Out to Powell on the wing man. And again, no good by the Clippers.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Back to Noel. Here's the three. Hits the three-pointer. Noel's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Outside, Anderson. Pass to Prince. Read in the post. Batum's on him.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Covington. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Opposing defenders know what Robert Covington is capable of, giving him no room.
And that's good as he hits both shots. 32 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Out to the right wing. Puts up a three. Prince can't hit. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. To the paint. Here's Wall. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Assertive play by Wall inside. Pushing hard to find himself a shot.
And the free throw, no good. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Right side, Russell. Pulls up, high post. The putback.
Stand with it and Gobert with a high-flying tip dunk.
And so it's Minnesota. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. A tremendous defensive effort against John Wall. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. The two-way threats of George and Leonard, the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Nails it from three.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Jackson outside. Kicks it to George. Morris for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. That one doesn't drop. Ooh, nice D from George. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Edwards for three. That shot is off, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. Pass to Jackson, down low, kicks it to George. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
In my opinion, one of the most talented two-way players of this generation. Paul George has stayed humble throughout his success and has shown that he is willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Cuts off the pass. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Morris outside. Pass to Zubac. Back to Morris. Lets it go from the wing. Buries the jump shot.
Easy look from mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
Russell against Jackson. The three. Another miss by Russell. The Clippers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Zubac's high post. Kicks it to George. To the middle. And stolen by Gobert. Russell with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Back to Russell. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Reason why? Lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Here's George. The kick out to Morris. Jackson outside. Leonard up top. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. No good on the triple. Minnesota's got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. And it's powered home by Towns.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why? They've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
George's shot is off.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Towns for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting a solid 47%.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Timberwolves.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Rudy Gobert.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And defensively, they're speeding them up, forcing mistakes, and continuing to come up with steals.
Outside Edwards. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. Outside Russell. And here's Edwards. From deep. Off on that one. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this alley. Thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the 1. Now, here's McDaniels. 5 to shoot. The second chance effort. It's good.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Outside, Bain. Morant outside. Back to Bain. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backboards to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Now, here's Bain. From deep. Traps in the tray.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We play just over a minute here in the first. He can't get it to go. And here's Brooks. Here's the pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Pass to Adams. And that one goes long. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Outside, Edwards. By Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Morant. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Back to Bain. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Outside, Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Over to the left wing. McDaniels finds Gobert. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come. Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Edwards looking it over to the inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Bain against Edwards. Deflects the pass. Bain passes to Brooks. Back to Bain. On deep. Offensive rebound. Morant against Russell. Tries the spin move. They get it back. Morant gets to Adams. Out to Brooks. This one for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside, Edwards. We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. And it's Towns missing. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Morant outside. Brooks finds Morant. Now, here's Bain. Goes up on the wing. Nice jump shot. Good. Bain's got 5 points so far. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Oh, here's Edwards. He dishes it to Towns. Edwards passes to Towns. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. And it's Morant at the elbow. Outside Jackson. Spins back to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Bain. A three-pointer, no good. And there's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides, and the score still close. Grizzlies out in front, leading by just one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And this has been a fairly close game for the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Morant. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Morant against Russell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
As it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level, and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal. Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Edwards drives in, goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
The Timberwolves shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Right side Towns. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Changes up. And Morant will lay it in. Morant's got his second bucket.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Outside Russell. Out to Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier season. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
This is his first free throw of the game. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Now, here's Bain. 5 points in the game. Morant kicks to Bain. Memphis moving it around. Over Edwards, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside, Towns. Lets the 3 fly. Outside, Russell. The rebound by Steven Adams. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Bain kicks to Adams. Bain with it. Now defended by Gobert. Morant finds Jackson. Back to Morant. Jackson passes to Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Jackson. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Morant outside. Back to Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Bain's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Here's Edwards. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. It's stolen by Gobert. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. Off target from outside. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Out to Brooks. 36 seconds left in the first half. Jackson misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Passes it to Towns. Back to Russell. Fires the 3. And Bain pulls it down. Morant reaches to Jackson. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. And some good action for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Desmond Bain really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. They've got Anderson. He's out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Reed in at the center. And it's Green missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Noel. There's the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Noel's got the first field goal of the second half for the Timberwolves. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Green in the post. Guarded by Prince. Aldama passes to Tillman. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Here's Noel. The pass to McLaughlin. Out to the right wing. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. So timeout called here. First for Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Okay, let's get loud once again for your Big Dance team.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Outside Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Grizzlies have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson, tries the spin move. Pass to Noel. Back to Anderson. The three. And no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. There's Williams. Got a piece of it. Anderson outside. Inside. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis trailing here. Pulls it up. Here's Williams. And he lays it straight in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's McLaughlin. Defended by Jones. It's tipped. There's Noel. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Williams passes to Conchar. Back to Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin. And the layup's good off the glass. McLaughlin's got his first basket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And that one, good. Russell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
Boy, you look at Russell repeatedly making plays around the rim. His imagination and creativity allow him to do so.
Conchar, the pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Williams for 3. And it's Russell with the rebound.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And finished off by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Jones finds Williams. Green inside, working on McDaniels.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
For 3, hands it from downtown. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Towns doing a nice job with a smart play there, getting the ball to a ready shooter instead of trying to force it himself.
On the wing, Green. McDaniels defending. Here's Clark. A beautiful reverse layup.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Outside, Towns. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the bench. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Edwards. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Bain with it. He's picked up by Russell. And that one is stuck right through.
To the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And quickly, Anthony Towns with the jam.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. The dish to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. And Morant throws it down.
Oh, the big finish by Morant. Some of his most spectacular plays have been well above the rim.
Russell kicks to Towns. Spins. Back to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Morant passes to Brooks. Outside Jackson. Adams outside. Here's Bain. No good off the back of the rim. Timberwolves leading by 8. Edwards with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And that one's good. Towns.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Brooks finds Morant. Pass to Adams. Brings it up off the glass. Adams has got his first 2 points of the night.
And no matter what they've tried, the lead just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Outside Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. That's a 2 from Towns. No good there. And it's Memphis the other way. Morant outside. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Out to Brooks. Wants to get it to Morant and does. Stolen by McDaniels. Russell with it. He's picked up by Morant. Edwards passes to Russell. Outside, Towns. There's the triple. Fires from the wing. Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
And this just goes to show how much of a difference focus makes. Good win here for the Timberwolves.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box, there were some great numbers for Rudy Gobert.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Passes to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Russell. Beyond the arc. Edwards against Jackson. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Boy, that is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers that thing home.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Russell with it. From deep three-point range. And so the Timberwolves take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think,
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared to go to work on the road. So the Clippers win the tip. So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win. Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Jackson against Bain. Out to Leonard. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks. And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Leonard following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Morris passes to Jackson. Zubats with it. It's George on the wing. Clock at 6. Leonard on the wing. This one for 3. Here's Zubats. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Pass to Morant. Back to Payne. Now Morant. Off with the layup.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Zubats. Morris on the wing. Defended by Jackson. Offensive rebound. And they get it back. Jackson, the pass to Morris. George outside. And George with the jam.
And Paul George can take advantage of the length he has to make extra possessions like that happen.
Pass to Jackson. Up top, Morant. Defended by Jackson. Adams with the ball. That one is off. Great D that time from Zubats. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC. The first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. Well, I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You too can become an NBA player.
Jackson, the pass to Bain. And another miss by Memphis. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. George drives in. And the jam by George.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Adams with a screen on George. And it's slammed in by Adams.
You can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Up top, Jackson. Morris outside. Kicks it out to Jackson from outside the arc. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Bain, pass to Adams. Outside Bain. From the wing. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And Morant is a natural leader. Someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Leonard outside from deep three-point range. Here's Zubats, and he battles for the ball, gets a second chance bucket. Zubats has got his second basket.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Hey, no good.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And Jackson, here we go. Morris for 3. Doesn't go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hey, the pass to Morant. Now Adams. George defending. Bain finds Brooks. And here's Adams. Outside Morant. Pass to Bain. From deep. It's Morant missing.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Well, a good close contest so far.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
So here are the five for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. The three, George. He can't get it to go. Now Memphis takes it the other way. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep rim.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep. And the claw at work, just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Outside Morant. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Well, Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
George passes to Leonard. And George gets it to go on the assist by Leonard. George has got 6.
Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it. And just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Brooks finds Morant. Jackson outside. Pass to Bain. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. 6 points for him.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Morris down low. Defended by Jackson. Back to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. George against Bain. Now here's Morant. Jackson outside. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. George right side. Inside. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. The Grizzlies have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Morant against Jackson. Pass to Bain. Can't get the go-ahead bucket.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Leonard passes to George. The three. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 3. And the league finally moving to curtail take fouls in transition. Do you like the change?
Well, I think everybody's ready for that. The best part of NBA action, BA, as you know, is fast break basketball. So to get more 3-on-2s or 3-on-1s, lob plays, and guys taking off and throwing down monster dunks, I'm all for it.
Back to Jackson. Leonard right side. Kicks it to George. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Steven Adams.
That straight line drive there from Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode. Let's see if he can cash in now at the line.
George hits them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Jackson outside. Pass to Moran. Kicks it out to Jackson. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. George outside. From deep three-point range. And again, no good by the Clippers. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Jackson with it. Jackson in his pocket. Here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got his 6th rebound on the night. The 3, George. Rebound by Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Back to Brooks. Pass to Bain. Shot clock at 6. For 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Right side Moran. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Thanks very much, Allie. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Xavier Tillman. Then there's Danny Green. And it's Aldama in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Powell passes to Batum. Over Jones. Batum gets the bucket. Batum's got his first 2 points.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Spins. Pass to Aldama. Back to Conchar. On the wing, Jones. Beyond the arc. Connects from downtown. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Jones against Wall. Pass to Man. Back to Covington. Nice move. And he sinks the layup. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Good to see Covington get in there and challenge the defense. And Terrence Mann, after being a role player in his first couple of seasons, we're starting to see him get a larger chunk of duties for this team.
And the basket by Aldama.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Los Angeles shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Pass to Powell. Out to Covington. Now here's Wall. Up top, Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
And how about Powell to the people as Norman gets up for a loud 2 points.
And Brent Terrence Mann has embraced the added responsibility.
Yeah, he plays a great combination of the 2 and 3 spot. I just love the confidence that Terrence Mann is building, becoming more of a scorer and becoming more of an attack threat. He came in as a pass-first guy. Now he doesn't pass too many of those opportunities up.
Outside for Green. This for the tie!
And Powell giving great effort here defensively.
Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Jones against Wall. 5 on the clock. Here's Conchar. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Pass to Powell. Outside Wall. It's Covington on the wing. Here's Mann. And he lays it up and in. And now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Outside Jones. Green for three. Batum pulls it in.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Out to Covington. Powell passes to Batum. For three, Covington. They get the rebound. Outside Wall. Out to Covington. Batum outside. Tries yet again. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Standing at 6'4", Wall is a big point guard. That size, along with his handles, help him operate inside.
Clark is checked in for Memphis. Williams comes in for Aldama. Jones against Wall. Pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. Six to shoot. It's stolen. And here they come. Wall for three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Grizzlies have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Clark with it. Guarded by Batum. Pass to Conchar. Trying to get back on track. And Williams punches it home.
Look at the power of
that. He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Outside Wall. Back to Powell. The kick out to Wall. And Wall gets double teamed. Powell passes to Covington. And the Clippers miss again. The Grizzlies have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Conchar. Back to Green. Outside Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Williams from long range. No good that time. And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top, leading by 4. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in it for one.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
The Clippers in the lead. Leonard passes to Morris. Back to Leonard. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Leonard once again imposing his will.
And the Grizzlies shooting 41% in this game. Here's Conchar. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Green for three. The shot comes out. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Morris down low. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
He's a tremendous finisher, and the defense failed to challenge.
Yeah, you hesitate a little bit, you're going to pay. Jackson against Jones. Outside, Green. Here's Conchar. George defending. Conchar can't hit.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Kicks it out to Jackson. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Grizzlies have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. The kick out to Williams. Back to Jones. Pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. There's the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul. A line change here for Memphis.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Jackson finds Leonard. Back to Jackson. Morris down low. Adams is there. And it's Bain with the rebound. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Moran against Jackson. Back to Bain. To stop the drought. Good. And the setup by Moran. Moran's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
George outside. Out to Leonard. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And I think this hometown crowd is in shock as the visiting squad fires right back with a 3 of their own.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. The 3, George. Grizzlies with the rebound. Moran with it. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Can you say prime-time player Moran? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Here's George. That shot off. Good work defensively by Brooks. Moran pass to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Stolen by Jackson. It's a one-on-one situation. Leonard with the ball. Guarded by Moran. Jackson on the wing. Morris, a screen on Bain.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Jackson finds Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
First personal foul. Second team.
Now Jackson. Outside Moran. Back to Bain. Pulls up on the wing. Money. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. George outside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
How many times have we seen Paul George single-handedly just close out games by himself? We'll see if this is one of those times. That'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Outside Morant. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up for...
Season made the playoffs for Jeff.
I hope they are, and I hope he is. He's a terrific all-star. Trending well for sure, Dave. Thanks. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the one spot.
This is his sweet spot. Reggie Jackson, when he puts it on the deck, he is quite comfortable.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Leonard on the wing. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Jackson finds Leonard. And rejection by McDaniel. Edwards against Jordan. Oh, that was something else.
Oh, give me a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Towns with the steal. Edwards with it. George picks him up. George against Edwards. Here's McDaniels. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Jackson against Russell. Out to Morris for the three. Buries it from three-point range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Edwards. Out to Russell. Puts up a three. They get it again, and there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Yeah, and this is what Rudy Gobert's job is. Be a force on the glass.
Outside, George. Outside, Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Here's Russell after the Clippers pick up 2. Kicks to McDaniels. 5 on the clock. Back to Russell. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to George. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Morris with a screen on Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
George passes to Morris. 4 on the shot clock. The tray. Gobert pulls it in. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota.
What a career arc when you consider Reggie Jackson. Here is a guy that literally was so frustrated at one point he considered retiring. And yet he puts in the effort and has a tremendous season.
Doris, looking at Reggie Jackson, he's coming off one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah, and you love that for a guy like him, not giving up, not letting the struggle impact his passion, giving the same effort he did as a rookie. I love his story, Kevin.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
George. The shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Russell against Jackson. Russell kicks to Edwards. Shoots from the baseline. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Russell. Gobert trying to get open. Misses off the right iron. The Clippers trail. And George, here we go. And rejection by McDaniel. Zubac finds George. And George with the stuff.
Well, Paul George has length, and that allows him to contribute on the backboards.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Edwards inside, defended by George. Russell looking around to the left side wing. Here's Towns. Leonard with the steal. Here's Morris. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
And finished off by Edwards.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Outside, George. Tie game in Minnesota. We'll get things started in the second quarter when... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Edwards can't hit.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Here's Zubac. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Timberwolves passing it around. Gobert with a screen for Russell to the paint. Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
3 points.
Leonard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And finished off by Gobert.
If he's that close to the cup, Rudy Gobert knows how to finish.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. And George kicks to Zubac. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
The 3 from George. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Edwards dishes to Russell. This is it to Gobert. Now, here is Russell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Zubac kicks to Jackson. It's George on the wing. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Jackson's got 6 points.
While he is deliberate, Kawhi Leonard reads the defense and knows when and where to put a pass. That was beautifully done.
2 minutes remaining back. 2 minutes.
Jackson against Russell. He kicks it to Towns. Back to Russell. Clock at 4. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Shot from the wing. And it's Towns missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, the recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Back to George. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead. Russell with nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Towns kicks to Edwards. Outside Russell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
George passes to Morris. Back to George. The drive by Jackson. It's George on the wing. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Towns gets it to go.
Well, we know how capable and consistent Karl Anthony Towns can be when he gets this kind of inside position.
Jackson finds Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
I think one thing you love about Kawhi Leonard, this guy never gets too high, never gets too low, but he is the ultimate competitor because he competes at the highest level regardless of the situation.
Right side, Edwards. It's stolen by Morris. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Clippers lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great hit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward position. Clock at 6. Here's Wall. Here he goes.
And you see the remarkable athleticism of John Wall sailing in for the flush. Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
Clippers leading by 5. Fires from deep. And they recover it. Kicks it out to Covington. Buries the long-range jumper. Covington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and George.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs, and last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures.
Back the Wall. And they're moving it up. And here we go. That one's good. And the Clipper leaders go down to just 4 points with a bucket from Anderson.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Here's man. Headed by Prince. Powell kicks the Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Now the pass to Noel. It's Prince on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point lead. Back to Powell. Covington passes to man from the arc. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Brett?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Anderson from downtown, and with the rebound.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Covington passes to Powell. Outside, Covington. Pass to man. High post shot. No good on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the basket is good.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
1:10 left in the third quarter. Powell, the pass to man. Kicks it to Batum. It's Covington on the wing. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's McLaughlin. Covered by Wall. Pass to McLaughlin. Back to Prince. Wall with the steal. Covington dishes to Batum. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Noel passes to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Passes it to McLaughlin. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Over to the wing. Here's Wall. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Wall's got 6 points.
Well, the defense is obviously going to concede the jump shot to John Wall. And when he's making it, you're in real trouble.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Gobert. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Here's George. That shot, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. Edwards inside. Leonard's there. Edwards finds Gobert. George passes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, the claw in complete command of the ball on the way up. Nicely done.
Outside, Russell. And the pass to McDaniels. Edwards against George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Jackson kicks to George. The dish to Leonard. Pass to Morris. And the rejection by Towns.
Perfect timing on that rejection. Boy, Towns really improving on the defensive end.
Clippers leading by 7. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. George dishes to Morris. Back to George. From past the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Edwards. Out to Russell. Fires for 3. Another miss by Minnesota. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. To the middle. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Sees his man has the angle on the interior and drops a dime right there.
Edwards looking it over. Jackson against Russell. Now here's Edwards. D right on him. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
He hits the second from the line. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Jackson passes to Zubats. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jackson kicks to George. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Russell against Jackson. Outside, Russell. And the layup falls. Russell's got his first points of the night.
Okay, D'Angelo, Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
to George. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. No good on the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Edwards drives in. Can't connect from short range.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
On the wing, George. Pulls it from 20. George missing again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Edwards. Zubac's trying to break loose. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Jackson passes through Leonard. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. That doesn't go either for George.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And it's sent back by Morris.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots, that's pretty.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you.
It's all yours.
Rudy Gobert has had his skeptics. He said, quote, "No one ever thought I could."
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Here we go. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul. Brooks outside. And then Morant with the dunk.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Now here's Russell. Right side McDaniels. It's a putback. Outside. Bain. Out left to the wing. Morant, the pass to Brooks. To the paint. Tipped. Shot clock at 6. Outside Russell. He takes it in. And then Russell with the dunk.
The speed of Russell on full display. I love watching him turn on the jets and get to the cup.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Now here's Edwards. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. Jaren Jackson picks one up. They throw good, Edwards. But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Outside Russell, pass to Towns. Now Edwards. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Edwards got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Morant with a defensive effort.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Jackson outside. Back to Brooks. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Minnesota in the lead. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. The kick out to Edwards. Adams grabs the miss.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Morant, pass to Jackson. And stolen by Gobert. Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. It falls. Nice assist by Russell. 7 points in the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
finish the layup.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Here's Morant. Into the lane. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. Why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. Morant against Russell. And he drives in. Misses from short range.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Payne with it, now guarded by McDaniels. Jackson against Towns. Jackson, pass to Brooks. On the wing, Payne, 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Looking to end the drought. And it's Brooks missing for Minnesota. They've got 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Russell from outside. The rebound by Jackson. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Russell. Outside Edwards. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Edwards. That's tipped. And here's Morant outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The T-Wolves on top, leading by... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Timberwolves. Morant's gone 2 of 5 from the floor.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Payne in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward.
And the Stifle Tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
All right, Richard, I was looking over your accomplishments, doing a little extra prep on you. An NBA title with the Cavs, a state title in high school, and almost won it all in college in Arizona. Is that the one what-if in your career?
Oh, no. Thank you for bringing this up. Yeah, I have tons of what-ifs. I have, obviously the college championship. I also got Athens in 04. And look, just for giggles, I also like to talk about the 2 times I lost in the NBA Finals going against Shaq and Kobe, then Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and Manu Ginobili. But the funny thing is, it's not like they didn't have Hall of Fame head coaches. It was only Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. So, I've run into a few buzzsaws in my day.
Here's Morant, following the score by Minnesota. Here's Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
You want to stop Adams when he rolls, but honestly, Steven is such a force. Sometimes you can't stop him.
Here's Russell. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
To the inside. Here's McDaniels. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
BA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. There's the triple. McDaniels inside. Brooks defending. Clock at 4. McDaniels can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. The drive by Brooks. And that one is hammered home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing out.
Whoa, slamming it home on the taller defender. What swag.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Towns for three, and the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson outside. Adams finds Morant. Back to Adams on the wing. Bane. Knocked away. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Outside Russell.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
There's the drive. Here's Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Here's Bane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Russell.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Adams covering. Here's Bane. And that one good.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. Towns has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Bane. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Yep, that one goes. Edwards got 6 here in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Up top, Morant. 6 points for him. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on him.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
30, the Grizzlies. 16.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at the point. And that's the group from Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Back to Green. Russell against Jones. It's tipped. Fast break. Here we go. Towns for 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Tries the spin move. Outside for Green. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. Pass to Conchar. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. And Minnesota calls time here. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves shooting has been unreal. 64% from the floor. Here's McLaughlin. Spins. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a five-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, BA. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. It's been a devastating night for them. Nothing has come easy, Grant.
Nothing indeed. Even when they've tried to make adjustments, it just hasn't worked.
Jones with the ball, picked up by Reed. And the basket by Tillman. Tillman's got his first points of the night.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's McLaughlin. The shot's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you. Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Aldama, and the layup is good off the glass.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's Noel. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he misses his first shot. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Here's Jones. Banked it in off the glass. Jones has gotten his first points in this one.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Outside, Anderson. The three is up. Drops in the three. Anderson's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Jones up top, to the wing, right side. Driving in, to the wing on the left. Tillman misses. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Throw it down on the lob. Everyone loves the alley-oop play, BA.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Pass to Prince. Top of the key. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
They get it again. Jones misses. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Prince. There's the three. Aldama grabs the board. Memphis shooting just 42% so far in the game. On the attack, Green. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Here's McLaughlin. 4-3. Gets the 3-ball to go. McLaughlin's got 7 now in this quarter.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing.
And so it's the mid.
Your
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Grizzlies, John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Green. And it's Williams in at the four-man position.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Outside Edwards. To the right side. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Stolen by Russell. Pass to Towns. Shoots. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 3 assists tonight. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Minnesota. And here's Morant outside. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Towns for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Outside for Brooks. Jackson outside. Knocks down the long J. Jackson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Minnesota's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Russell from outside. No luck on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Adams. Now Bain. McDaniels with some nice D. Gobert passes to Towns. From deep. Goes back up. Out to the right wing. Over Adams. Gobert. And the tip in on the offensive board.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Oh, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity and a three-point play. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns, and that one falls for Jackson.
When we evaluate players, one thing that gets overlooked, age. Take Jaren Jackson Jr. He was only 18 when he got drafted in 2018.
Russell to pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Pass to Towns. Launches it. Again, the miss by Towns. You know, for Triple J, it took time to develop. Year 4 with Memphis was a special one.
Jackson unlocked his defensive potential amongst the best shot blockers in the entire league. You have to give those young guys time before making a true judgment.
Now here's Morant. And they pick up 2.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Outside Russell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. The 3 from Russell. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often. It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
From deep, Morant. No good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Pass to Russell. From the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Bain with it. From behind the arc. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. All right, Alec, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.